What was the new wave scene like in New England when you were playing with the Mundanes?
Okay.
Boy, what year would this have been?
Well, this is before, I was in this band when I was a teenager. That we had. I didn't have a skinny tie, but I did have a tie, and we played. It was a new wave kind of band. Played. We wore sort of shirts and ties, and we looked kind of collegiate, except slightly, messed up. And well, it was a really little scene in Boston. Because the Mundanes were like, we were actually playing out of Providence, Rhode Island, and because we were like one of the only new wave bands in Providence at that time, we got to open for all the big bands. So we played with the Ramones and the Talking Heads and all these bands, and got to meet them, and that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
And I got to tell you, the friendliest band on the planet was the Ramones by a long shot. They were really the nicest guys, I think, on the scene. But John and I had this sort of slightly disappointing experience where we moved to New York in 1981, and it was kind of like as we were driving to New York, the scene was disappearing like a mirage, like there was an oasis in front of us, and we got there and the Mud Club was closing. We got booked to play in the Mud Club, and then it closed between the booking and the date that we were supposed to play. So it was very much like we were magnetically drawn to this scene that disappeared before we arrived. But it got us to come to New York, which it led to other nice things.